Since you were absent on the 8th day of the simulation, I have made this video so that you can fully imagine what the explorers were going through. At this time, I want you to do what you do in class and close your eyes and put your head down. You have been sailing around the islands for another week, and the search for gold has still been unsuccessful. The crew has been resupplying with numerous resources from the island, so no supply checks are needed. And since you have a few natives on board the ship, navigation checks have not had to be made. However, after 28 days of sailing around the islands, your ship is sailing close to some unknown islands in uncharted waters. Even the natives who are familiar with most of the islands are unfamiliar with these waters. Just as the sun was beginning to set, you see a swirling in the water just ahead. What could it be? At this time, pause the video and look at your classmates' notes. Add your thoughts and feelings to the red lines of your notes. Then read over the notes to see if there are any details you would like to add. After you are finished with part 1, continue the video to hear what happens next. Heads down, eyes closed. Part 2 of the simulation starts with 2 of the explorers having to make common sense spins to see if they have the common sense to realize that what you are seeing is an underwater reef and that the ship was heading straight for it. Then another explorer had to make 2 successful seamanship spins in a row to safely steer the ship past the dangerous reef. If any spin failed, the ship has struck the reef. At this time, look at your classmates' notes to see what happened to your ship. Make sure you pay attention to the table numbers. Add your thoughts and feelings and see if there are any details that you would like to change. Please pause the video at this time. Heads down, eyes closed. After weeks of searching the islands and not finding any riches, the captain finally decided that it is time to go home. For 3 days, we gathered enough tomatoes, corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes, pineapples, pumpkins, turkey, squirrels, and muskrats to last us 2 months. We also filled all of our barrels with fresh water. After spending those days gathering an abundant amount of supplies, the captain decided that it was time to turn the ship toward the rising sun and sail for home. The very sound of the word home makes your heart swell as you think of how wonderful it will feel to see your friends and families again. At the same time, however, you still remember how difficult the voyage was to get here. The journey back will be just as dangerous. Yet there is one big difference between the voyage here and the voyage home. You know it can be done. You have been so wrapped up in the business of putting out to sea again that a tearful sob nearby startles you. You look over to see one of the proud Taino Indians stretching his hands toward the receding beautiful islands, his home. The captain has decided to take several of the natives back with you to prove that you have really been to the New World. He claims that he is doing it for the Taino's own good, as well as explaining that now they will learn civilized ways and a civilized religion. At this time, look at your classmates' notes to see what happened. I want you to also add your thoughts and feelings and see if there are any details that you would like to change. Have a good day.